How's it going, boys and girls? Today I gotta record the video on how exactly I do my finger coils because you guys have all asked that. Every single live I've been in, people have been asking me that basically. So I asked you guys if you wanted to see it and you guys said you wanted to. So here you go. It's pretty much the whole exactly what I do. I'm gonna make this as informational as possible, as much information I can fit into it, as explanatory. But also the thing is that for my hair, like listen, I'm not a hairstylist, okay? I just do my own hair because for three reasons. For a few reasons actually. One, it's easy, very easy, okay, for me at least. You'll learn to do it. Two, it's cheap, extremely cheap. I don't have to go pay someone to do anything to it. No braiding, no locks, no bullshit, okay? No bullshit like that, okay? And three, it's a protective hairstyle. Obviously, look, I'm a dude, and you guys know I fish, I work on cars, I go outside, I get sweaty, I go to the gym. Okay, listen, I can't have some hairstyle that's super delicate and fragile, and then guess what happens? It gets all frizzy, and then I have to redo it again with a lot of money, like braids, because braids can get all frizzy, and then who's gonna do all the braids again? I don't know. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. But the whole point is that I have this hairstyle because it's easy, cheap, and it's protective. And the fourth reason, it looks good. I like how I look with it. It fits my head shape. I have a big head. You guys can't see it, of course, because of my hair. I've got little bangs here that help hide parts of my face that make it look pretty big, like this. There's a bit of lighting that isn't great here, but in general, yeah, it's just better for me, okay? But it's very easy. Doing finger coils is very easy for me. And I'm gonna show you how. It's very easy. There's just a few steps involved, and obviously right now, these last me about a week, by the way. So on average, depends on how much time you spend on them. But for me, I do it every week because if I leave them in for too long, they will start to lock up and become dreads. You can start dreads like this too. But again, I just don't prefer them. So the first step you have to do, of course, is just to see, of course, all frizzy. Over time it'll look worse. It's about the time where I have to do it again, get it spun up. As you can see, at the back there, growing hair pretty long. By the way, your hair does not need to be super long to have finger coils. I started with finger coils this long. They were just this little nuggets on my head. That's it. That's all you needed. So your hair doesn't have to be long. It could be short. But listen, you have to grow your hair out for a long time, right? I mean, it's hair. The first step of getting your finger coils ready to get redone is to separate them, of course. Because look, obviously, in order to coil them up, you have to undo the current ones. See how they're all frizzy and they're just not good looking anymore. No one likes a frizzy look. It looks raggedy, rough. They're just gone. They're just gone. So if you don't have finger coils, obviously you can just skip this and just get straight to it. But for me, of course, it's super easy. This is a great thing about finger coils too. There's probably a fifth reason why I have them. It's because they're so easy to separate, okay? Listen, see, look, let's take for these two, for example. All I gotta do is just take them apart. You stick a finger through the root. The root is very loose. Then you spread them apart like that. Easy, take them out. Take them out however you can. It might take a while. And you're gonna shed some hair, obviously, because your hair can't escape. It can't shed by itself when they're in coils. But this is it. It's just that. Obviously, you can see my natural curl pattern. It's kind of like springy, but of course, it needs a wash too. Every week, I wash my hair. I don't do it every day. You're not supposed to do that, obviously. But it all depends on who you are. Some people need to do it every 3 days. Some people every week. It all depends who you are. Okay. But for the most part, that's it. You just grab your finger. And then you also make sure you're pulling on it. Not super hard, obviously, but make sure you're pulling on the coil. So that way, there's a minimized risk of it getting tangled on itself because that happens a lot. So pay attention. Just give a little bit of tension. You stick your finger inside of the root, right? And then you start to pull out. You see how I pull out and it all separates? You can pull out with one finger, or I like using two, which is your thumb. And you see how that coil splits apart there? It splits apart, boom, simple, just like that. So easy, very easy. You don't need anything for this. It's super cheap. You need no money for this, all right? You can do it in your house. It might take a little while, but it's fine. You can do this super fast by your head. But if you're new, it's going to take if you're new to this, it's going to take a bit longer, okay? Let's just be honest, because this is a routine for me. I can do this all the time. It takes me like easy. The first time I ever did finger coils, it actually took me a whole day. It took me an entire day because I didn't know what I was doing. So, for example, let's do it again here. I'll do this one without pulling on it, and I'll see if I can make it happen. Like the hair can get into a knot. Like, look, you see, I won't tug it. I won't tug it. Okay, that one's fine. Depending on how long you've had them, it might not tangle, but sometimes they do, and I have a knot at the bottom here because this is the point where they start to lock up, and this might be annoying to deal with. Listen, sometimes you're just gonna have knots. It's fine, okay? Listen, it's fine. Again, listen, I'm just a dude, bro. I'm just a dude. I'm not a girl. I'm not always taking care of my hair all the time, all right? I'm not freaking super picky about whatever this one looks a bit weird. No, like I don't care. I only care if I can do the coil in the first place, let it sit there, that's it. I do it because it looks good, in my opinion. I don't care about no one else's opinion. And it's because you're easy. So just run your fingers through it, detangle. It's just detangling. Look, see how this one's like kind of locked up here? It's like a little knot. That's why I pull forward. See that? It just popped open. Textbook. Just pull your coil out and spread it at the same time, like that. It's so easy. It's so easy. If I didn't pull on that, I could have tightened the knot even more. That's the problem. It's like untying a pair of shoes. You tie off two parts of the shoe, right? Not the parts you're not supposed to. Because you pull the wrong ends of the shoelaces, you're gonna make a tighter knot. Just like that. Just leave it like that. So just grab your hair, put your finger, and then just slowly work it out. Like that. Boom. Whatever. You can try with two, and then you just do it again with this one. With this one up here, you can just do that. I'm gonna try to get into frame so you guys can see. Top of my head, same deal. See all that? See all that? Boom. Now it's all out. You can wash that. Make sure to detangle enough to where it's not a coil, Because of course, some of them might stay coiled up, but that's fine. You can just wash them out in the shower. Just like that, boom. Out here, you can do the same thing. Look at that, look at all that hair. That can get knotted up. So what you can do is just, again, pull it out. Just pull it out, bro. Split it apart and make sure you pull on the coil. This one's got a knot in it too. But you gotta be very careful, Listen, sometimes you gotta be prepared to just get a knot. Listen, it happens, okay? Sometimes there's some big knots. You just gotta cut them out. Sometimes that happens, man. That's just all part of the game. It's fine, guys. You will grow your hair back, all right? It's fine, bro. Again, I'm not a hairstylist. You could use a comb. Looky. Comb, I guess. Can you do that? See, that's the problem. It's very tight. You see, I don't need combs for this shit, all right? Just get your fingers. Look, it splits apart. Split it one by one. Like, you don't gotta freaking use a comb and be technical, bro. Use your freaking fingers, bro. Like, stop being lazy, all right? Like, come on, bro. Like, are you serious right now, dude? Like, come on, dude. Look at this. See how that gel, it's getting old? And there you go. That isn't a knot right there. So, sorry. Gotta yank them apart, man. There's a knot right there. See how it's locking up at the end? Guys, this is all dry gel. You gotta wash it every week. Look at that. It's a fat knot right there. I gotta take that knot out now. So you can either just rip it off, whatever. I don't care. Listen, again, I'm a dude. I don't care about my split ends. I don't give a fuck, okay? All I care about is if the coils can lay down, sit there out of my way. All right, not in my eyeballs, not my mouth. I'm not a hairstylist, so if you fuck up your hair, don't blame it on me. This is just how I do my hair, okay? It's hard to remove. They're getting stuck in my eye now, all right? Just keep splitting apart with the fingers. You know what I'm saying? It's really that simple. And then you just do this for your entire head. Obviously, I got a whole head to deal with. By the way, you do not have to do this dry. You can do this in the shower, okay? Yes, it will be easier actually. Sometimes I prefer to do it dry, like outside, but it's actually a great idea to do it in the shower because you have water running over your head, helping you to loosen up the hair, and so it uncoils quicker and easier. If you have a knot, especially, this definitely helps. So I guess if you have nappier hair than me, this could really help. So you could do this in the water, as a matter of fact. It really helps. But you see, you just learn to do it. You'll just take your finger through the root of the hair all the way down here, and then pull out. So easy. And obviously you look chopped as hell right now with your big old puffball on your head, but you'll get rid of that later today. All right. And that's that. You just do that for your whole head. And yes, I do recommend doing it in the shower, especially if you have gel already, obviously because you're gonna wash it out. So the gel will soak up that water again and like revitalize itself. And that's just like a lube. It's like a lube to where your hair can just glide through super flawlessly. It really helps. It really helps, honestly. I'm about to go in there right now and wash my head. After you do this, let's say you finished all splitting apart all your coils, right? Obviously wash your hair. I'm not gonna tell you how to wash your hair because I don't know how you wash your hair. Maybe you have some conditioner you like to use or whatever you want, but just get it washed. Obviously, you gotta wash off all the old gel. You can see the flakes. That's not dandruff, that is gel. Gel will stay in your hair and then just get old. That's how it works. So just get your hair washed, yada yada, big afro, make sure it's as detangled as possible, preferably, but listen, sometimes some coils will stay stuck in there or you might lose them. It's fine. It's fine. You'll deal with them later. You'll see me dealing with them later. So get your hair washed. I'm back. So I just got out of the shower. You can see my hair is all picked out, ready to be coiled again. And as you can see, all the gel's out. Nothing much to see anymore. There you go, that's just me. By the way, if you're new to the channel, this is my natural hair. So I guess if you never see my hair like this, then hooray. But you can see some coils are still like a little bit bunched up together, but that's just my natural curl pattern, you see? This is what my curl pattern is right there. This little coil. So that's probably like what? 3C, 4A, I don't know, some bullshit. Again, I don't care. So from here, obviously what I gotta do is section off the hair. So from this point where your hair is all done out, you section it off because of course you can't just do it all in one sitting like that. I mean, you probably can, but it's gonna be hard because the hair is gonna get in your way and it's gonna get tangled up on the one coil you're trying to make. So I section it into 6 parts. So there's gonna be 2 up front, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the back, all the way over here. So I'll show you how that happens. I'll probably put a diagram of my whole head so you can get the full vision because the sizes of those portions matter. Me personally, they matter to me. So when it comes to that, also what you need to know is that, listen, I don't know if you condition your hair. You can condition your hair too. Like, I've done it before and stuff, but honestly, listen, again, I'm a lazy ass. So what I do, I just wash it with shampoo and then go along my way. Right now, there's no conditioner, no nothing, just some bare hair. You want to shampoo pretty good because if you have any of your natural oil on the hair, the gel will actually not bond to it as well, and your hair will get frizzier faster. So you can take that advice for what you want, do whatever you want. Leave-in conditioner, I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't use leave-in conditioner, I don't know. Again, I've never really taken that much care of the hair. I just let it grow and I just make sure it looks nice, right? Like, what can I say? I'm a dude, bro. Like, what do you want me to say? So here, those scrunchies, all right? I've got 6 of them. So it's easy, it's part simple. Just section it off with your little scrunchies or whatever. What I like to do first here, by the way, I've got a mirror in front of me. So what I like to do, I like to make sure I've got all the hair in the right place, you know, make sure it's all even up top and all that, whatever. It doesn't have to be even, but this will help later though. You know, it's nice to split up the hair, make sure it's all going the right direction. And then I just grab my hand and I just go to the back of my head and just cut straight through the middle, down to my nose like that. So that way I know it's the right in the middle of my head. There'll be a middle part, you know, sometimes it's a bit shifted to the right, whatever, it's fine. You can split apart the hairs to deal with that. Like this. Make sure it goes right down the middle. Part it off right there, fine with me. There you go. And now for this front part, I'll also grab my hand and put it on top of my head and cut straight down the side to the front of my ear or on top of it, depends. The two parts on the front of your head, this one and this one, they will be the biggest ones. For me, I like to make them the biggest because that's most of the work. And also I can have a lot more space for the back because the back of the head will be difficult. So you just grab your hand, cut it down the middle or the front of your ear, right there. And then you just grab all the hair. You see where my head finished? Right there, right on my ear. Simple as that. Now you just grab it all up and you just go from there. You know, move the hair out of the way, make sure nothing crazy is coming out. And then you just wrap it up, just like that. Grab your scrunchie, grab that, your scrunchie, and boom, you're done. Okay, simple. Look at that, pigtail on front of my head. So obviously the same thing with this side, and then for the sides, I'll show you that too. So again, you grab the hair, hand on top of your head, go down the side, right in front of your ear, scoop from there, right there. All right. That's a great size portion right there. This is going to be the most of your work up here. Because remember, the back part is 4 parts back there. The front is just 2 to make it simpler. Make it simpler up here for you. And I'll show you exactly why. And of course, you can think to yourself, doing the back of your hair with just your hands is gonna be hard. Exactly. It's a bit harder than the front, dude. Come on, bro. Of course, you see I haven't got a cut. I don't really get too much cuts. If anything, I do cut my own hair, so I just shave the side parts off. No one sees it. Literally, no one's gonna see it. All right, so from here, now you got the sides, right? So what you do is, again, the finger method. So you just go up here and you cut down the back. I'm gonna see if I can show you because, again, for this part, for the middle part here, I like to keep the 2 most rear-facing parts as small as possible, so I have the least amount of hair to deal with. I want those parts over with quick, because of course, look at my hand, the back of my head, I can't see what I'm doing, right? So I grab, oh look, see, there's a coil still stuck in my hair. So if there's any leftover coils, you can just do it now, whatever. But know your hair is kind of dry, so I'll try to show you for the back. So you got this part, right? This is your hair here. You grab your hand and then you just cut down here to the back of your skull right here. Make sure you got that part going down, all right? Scoop it up and boom, that right there is the middle section right here. Perfect, get that out of the way. You're good. Grab your scrunchie. Leaning your head's gonna be very valuable here so you can see what you're doing. Boom, boom. Perfect. Easy, just like that. And now you got 4 parts. No, 1, 2, 3, and then I gotta make another one. So I'll do that right here for the front. Put your, make sure you grab the section. Hand on top of the head, cut down to the back of your head, but not too much hair. Don't allow too much hair in there, you know. And then, boom, you grab it, the whole section, and it comes up. Make sure it's all nice and clean, no stray hairs from different sections getting trapped. Scrunchie, wrap the hair up. Done. Just like that, bro. It's that simple, bro. Now you got 4 parts, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. But now you have the back. This part right here. This big old clump. Congratulations. Guess what? You just made that super easy. Okay, there's 2 parts there. That's it. And they're really small. Trust me, you don't want to be bending your big. Okay, it's gonna get too hard. It's gonna suck. Okay, so you just, again, split down the middle again from the back. You go down the middle and just pick your part. That's one right there. See how small it is? You're gonna have a good time with that because it's not too big, right? Right? Size matters, right? Okay, look. It's the motion of the ocean that counts. All right, it's the motion of the ocean that counts, okay? You don't gotta be super big, okay? You know what I'm saying? All right? Boom, easy part right there. And now we have our last one, and it's very easy to do. Just, since it's the only part left, you just gotta grab it. Grab it. Make sure you got all your hair. Boom. And then, boom, you got it. Right there. Oh yeah. How wonderful is that? How wonderful is that? 6 parts, ready to go. You see? And now we're ready to coil. All right. From this point on, it's easy, and I'll show you what I've got. I have used for the gel. You need just whatever hell gel that works. Nice, durable gel. All right. I did use Eco. I got some Eco starter here. Smells great. Okay, of course. But I think I switched because this gel here, extreme. I think this holds on for longer, actually. I think this holds on for longer. Extreme. But it's also bigger, so I don't know. This is what we're gonna use today. Just some extreme. That's it. That's all you need. I told you, this is cheap as shit, okay? All you need to do is just buy gel, bro. That's it, bro. That's literally all you need, and your hair will be looking nice, all right? We can have this for a backup. So now, here's where it begins. And by the way, yes, your curl pattern your curl pattern kinda matters, depending on like how big you want your coils. Because, in my opinion, especially because I'm doing it like just whatever, just to do it, right? Just to get it over with. If you have wavy hair or larger curls, you are gonna have bigger finger coils. And if you have my hair, and you can see it's obviously very like smaller coils, you're going to have more to work with. All right, you're gonna have more coils. So for me, I mean, it depends. Like for example, you can't make your coils too big or too small because they're gonna unravel easily, or just be just regular curls. It doesn't matter. But for coils, we're talking about coils here. So yeah, just so you know. Again, I'm not an expert. Do whatever you want. Don't blame me if you rip your hair off. I don't know. So again, first part, very important part, by the way, of doing the coil. We're doing coils now. All right. So I take off the cap, the gel. Very important first part. You make sure these 2 front coils are nice and symmetrical across your head. Of course, you don't want your freaking middle of your head shifting over here, right? No, you don't. All right, no. I like to make it part to the middle. So I grab a good amount of hair. Ooh, look at that. It's like a zigzag up here though. It's like a zigzag, so it's gonna look weird, but I don't really care. You grab the right amount of hair, right? Make sure you do these first, all right? Is that enough hair? I think it's enough for government work, right? So you grab your coil, right? And this is around the amount that is good for a coil. A little bit more is okay. You know, a little bit more, but this might be a little thin for me. So if you want, you could just pick out some more hair from your other patch of hair, right? Like for example, we got this one right here. That could work too. But you don't want to make it super big though. So now it's simple. You get the right amount of gel, which depends for each strand of hair. If your hair is long, then you need more gel. It's simple. You just spread the gel throughout the hair, just like that. All right, just like that. Boom, boom, boom. Nice, until it's nice and lubricated. See, now it's all now shiny and now it's all moisturized. Now you just twirl it up. And how I like to do it is simple. Thumb, finger, pointer finger, just twirl it up. Twirl it around your pinky, your pointer finger. All right. Sometimes whilst you're twisting, you can grab your thumb, right? And if it gets stuck on your finger, you can just use your thumb as a wedge and just pull it. Or you can just do it multiple times. See? You can't even notice how fast I do it. I'm very used to this already. So you just coil that up, make sure it's nice and follow through with, you know? Again, you don't want it to look dumb. And there you go. There's your first finger coil. And yes, I know it is not the cleanest, whatever. Look at the ends of it. But honestly, again, I don't care. I just do this to do it. I do it to get out of the way, okay? I'm taking long enough as it is. So now, the next one is this side, okay? I do these two first. I always do these two front finger coils the first, all times. To make sure it's nice and evened out. All the other ones I don't care about. All the other ones can go wherever they want. So again, I grab some hair, boom, and make sure I have enough to work with. That's plenty right there. And now, again, you grab your gel, and you just lubricate it. You make sure it's nice and moisturized. You can do a bit of detangling while you're at it, you know, just to make sure it coils up nicely. Boom, boom, there you go. And now you coil that up. Like I said, you can do the finger and your thumb. Well, your pointer finger and your thumb usually are the two fingers doing the work. But just make sure it looks nice next to the other coil, all right? There we go. There's that. And look how there's this long hair sticking out. You can just, hold on. Ow, okay, there we go. There you go. We got two coils right there. I might need to mess with this one a bit more since it's not like coiled up at the bottom. So just make sure it's nice and tidy as per usual, you know? Boom. Look at that. Look how easy that was, kids. Look how easy that was. And now it's a total free-for-all. And by the way, if you're going to cut these to make them shorter because they're too long, wait. Be patient. Make sure the gel dries first. You will have shrinkage, all right? Especially if you have healthy hair like me. Your hair will shrink. This is totally normal, okay? Don't freak the fuck out. You don't have some disease, okay? Let your hair dry up and shrink a little bit because it will shrink before you make any trims with a scissor, because I actually had to do that here and I made it too short, so it looks weird. But that's it, all right? So I'll do a bit more and then you can kind of assume where you're going through there. So look, again, we're in the front of the hair, we're in the front of the face, so it makes it's definitely important. You got this cut right here, boom. Over time, this will be a routine for you, and you'll know where to pick your hair out from. All right, you got to discover where you want to do it yourself. Like for example, for me, there's usually always like a pocket of hair under this flap here that I can use for the finger coil here. So I can just get my gel, lubricate that up. I'm gonna do it fast for you guys, just so you can like see how easy it is, all right? It's so easy. All you need is your fingers and some gel, all right? Boom, boom, boom. Get it done, over with. See how fast I'm doing it? Just to get out of the way. Listen, of course it takes you a long time to do this. Oh, and by the way, yes, I was about to say this. Look at my hair. Okay, you guys might be wondering, why are my roots so loose? I have very loose roots, and yes, I do. I get it. But of course, guys, the reason why for this is because, not gonna lie, guys, I look better with loose roots. So let's say you have a big head, right? You have a big, humongous head like me. The loose roots actually make it seem as if your head is smaller. Again, this is basically, bro, we're basically looks maxing, bro. Okay, let's be honest. This is basically looks maxing, okay? If you want super tight roots, go ahead. But like also, it's harder to do, and like sometimes it hurts, I guess. I don't know. It depends. But my roots are loose. Healthy scalp, no pain, no pulling, no stretching. And also, I just like it. I just like it better. I just like it a lot better. So my roots are always gonna be this loose, all right? A cool thing. Okay, so as for how long it takes, hair like this, usually, since I do stream, you guys have seen me on stream, of course, doing hair with you guys. On stream, it takes me about 4 hours to do this, all right? Because I'm talking to chat and just yapping, and like sometimes I take a break because I'm like, whatever. Um, it's probably not going to take that long for you though. Because usually, if you're really good at it like me and you have like a routine put down, it should take you like 2.5 hours, somewhere around there. Maybe 3 if you have a difficult time with your hair because maybe it's like too knotted up or it's just not working right. Who knows? But for me, it takes around on stream 4 hours, and off stream, like I am now, it might take me a lot shorter of a time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little bit of these coils for you guys, and then I'm just gonna get to it on my own, and then I'll show you guys the result after. But if I need to give you guys tips, I will. The fun thing is that you can just make these coils anywhere in your head. So all you need to do is just get the right amount of hair and just twist it. See, that's it. It's a very, very long coil. Again, the roots are loose. That's how I like it. That's how I like it. You start with the bottom of your hair. I like to start on the edge where your hairline is. I go down and then I go up. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. And again, you will have your own routine. Just practice, okay? Just practice it, practice it, practice it, practice it. You might fuck it up first time. That's fine. Like, of course, we all do that. But you will learn to see how easy it is. It's easy, cheap. Well, I'm not saying it's fun because I'm not like a hairstylist. I don't enjoy this, but I just do it just to do it, you know? It'll look good. It'll look good. Trust me, all right? Like, again, down here, simple. You just detangle it a little bit whilst applying gel. Apply your gel a bit more and more and more. And when you feel like you're ready, you just grab your hair and start twisting. All right? Easy. Easy peasy. And yes, there will be some difficult parts of your hair to do. For example, back here, it will be a bit harder, but it's the same concept, all right? For every single coil, you just do this. All coils are the same, right? It's just big old coils. Look, that's it. That's all you need, bro. Make sure you have enough gel so where it hardens, it keeps up its shape, all right? For example, I'm about to finish the bottom here in a little bit. Make sure you don't have too much hair in one coil. It might unravel, all right? This is kind of a lot of hair, but it should be fine. I got a good amount of gel. Make sure it covers the whole coil. Make sure it covers the whole coil. Don't want to leave any room dry, all right? So just, again, detangle. Some of these hairs are tangled with each other. Apply that gel. And like I said, that's why I made these two front ones super big. So when I get these over with, it won't be very long till you're finished with those two, all right? The bulk of your time and energy will be spent on these two front parts up here. So don't worry about that. They're the easiest because they're in front of your face. You can see in the mirror, yada, yada. Again, last one right here. And you see my finger getting stuck? All that hair on your finger could get stuck, so you use the thumb to like pry it off in a way, So boom, boom, boom. Make sure it's nice and coiled firm. Not too loose, not too tight. Don't freaking rip your hair out, Just make it so it's nice and comfortable. Just like that. How easy is that? Guys, I don't care how it looks fine. It looks good to me. And look, you'll have hair on your finger too. This is your shed hair coming out, so just take that off. And that's literally it. When there will be some parts where it's kind of difficult to do the hair. That's fine. Again, everyone's different. I don't know how much hair you got on your head. I don't know how big your head is, how small. I don't know. Okay, your hair type. I don't know, dude. That's for you to find out. So everyone has their own way of doing it. I'm just showing you mine and how easy it is. No, you don't need a comb to do this. I don't use a comb at all. You could if you really want clean ones, but again, it's gonna be hard to use because your comb's gonna catch all the hair and take forever. And yes, you can do it you can do this if you have, I'm pretty sure you can do it if you have wavy hair, but if you have very big curls, you can do this. Very tight curls, you can do this. Straight hair, I don't know, get a curler, I guess, I don't know, man. But I'll be back to show you how I do it in the bottom back here, because that's a pretty hard place to do it at. But make sure your hair looks nice. And by the way, your hairs up top of here, when you do these coils on top of your head, they will drop towards your face. So make sure they can fit between these spaces here, all right? The coils up top here will fit between these spaces and give you a good look to cover your head and make sure your hair parts out nicely. That's how it works. Some of them might be too short, some of them might be too long, but remember, only trim the hairs when they're completely dry and they're not wet. Make sure they have shrunk first, okay? Like remember, you see this? You see how it's shrinking? It's like above my eyebrow now. It's pretty good. Make sure you don't cut them too early or else you'll have the problem where I have where the hair is too high on my head. So that's it. I'll show you what's up later. So I wanted to give you an update. Okay, see? So when you do them, right? See how, like I said back before, the coils on top of your head here will droop down and cover bald spots. See, they're doing it right now. Like, see this one right here? This coil falls down to cover the space between my forehead here, and this one does the same thing. It droops down. This one does the same thing. It droops down. It makes a good look. It creates a good look. Covers your forehead a bit. Of course, I've grown out my eyebrows pretty well, so it's kind of weird that it covers it. I look kind of weird, but that's it. This is the two frontmost sections up here. So that's gonna be the bulk of your work right there. See, now I have the four sections in the back to do, but it's okay because now guess what? They're small. You got all the hard work out of the way, but the real hard work is down here at your hairline behind your head. See? So what you have to do is just you kind of have to, for the back, you kind of have to just twist it a bit higher to get that loose roots to really screw in there, because it can come unraveled very easily. But yeah, you see, it's all shiny and nice, you know. Nice and, hold on, the camera's weird. It's all nice and tidy, shiny. It'll look nice and shiny when you're done. So when I'm done with these up here, so next is the middle parts, like up here, right here. You do these next. You go from the bottom to the top, by the way. That's pretty much like the whole technique, is to start from the bottom of each section and work your way towards the top. Because you don't like going top to bottom, because the top, the coils will rest inside the big plume of hair and you might get tangled a lot and it'll be a hard work. So start from the bottom because the coils will hang down, and then slowly work your way up. That's how it gets done for me most efficiently. Like for example, I'm taking a lot less time now. I'm watching some videos on the side, you know, just chill. It should be done within a few like 2-3 hours. It's not hard. As you can see, okay, we're gonna get done. See, so I have done on this side the front and the middle sections. So now you see how long the hair really is. It drips back there, and then this back part is what's left. That's it. Just this. It's fast. It's fast. You can get this over with. Listen, just imagine it. If you watch some 20-minute videos on average, right, on YouTube, you know, just whatever, I think you'd be done with your hair if you're doing this by yourself like 2 hours. It should be fast, right? Like for example, me off stream now, since I'm not on the stream. Hey guys, how's it going? What's up, John China? What's up, John Pork? You see, it's a lot faster. But I wanted to show you guys how exactly I'm going about this at this angle, because look, we're approaching the back of my head, so it's gonna be a bit hard. Let me turn off the fan real quick. Okay, so let's start this. See how it's the back of my head, and I work my way from down to up. Look, see, here are the bottom coils right here. See how they're nice and long? Whatever, I just get them coiled. I don't need them to be super clean and super perfect coils. Listen, no, you don't need that, okay? No one's gonna notice, no one's gonna nitpick unless you're in like a beauty pageant, okay? That's not happening. So for here, of course, like usual, you grab a group of hair, right? Let's look at this. That's perfect amount of hair. Take that out. Make sure the scrunchie doesn't come off, so you can push it to the side like that. Tilt your head. You tilt your head so all the hair moves out of the way. And now all you got is just to work with. So grab your gel like that, and then just spread it. Spread, spread, spread. Make sure you detangle as well. Detangle a little bit, you know. Make sure there's not too much knots. Make sure it'll coil nicely. If the more you detangle, the nicer your coils will be, but it's not a humongous concern. So make sure it's nice and hydrated. See, guys, the gel kind of acts like a conditioner because it's gel. It's going to coat and protect your hair. It's not toxic for you, you know? So let me show you how I do it now. I have this hand. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a righty. So my hand will be going around like that. I don't use my left to coil. I can't do that. I'm stupid. But you can do it with one hand, see? But with me, I can use my left as a stabilizer to move it out of the way and keep it straight. You see? Just like that. And I just go spam it super fast, super fast. You don't gotta take a lot of time. It's getting humid as shit in this bathroom. But you know what? Look how easy it is. You just twist it, bro. Use your left hand to keep it straight, you know, so you don't twist it everywhere. And just keep spamming the twists. Look how easy that was. And you can see the art's starting to look good. Come on, look at that. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Really? Come on, bro. Look at that. Okay, it's really hot. So I'm gonna turn the fan on, get off recording, okay, and I'm gonna continue this until we get to the back. The back part is where it's a little bit weird, all right? I'll show you in a little bit. Oh shit, I forgot to turn the fan off. Again, hold on 1 second. It's gonna get very humid in here with the fan, but we did the front and the sides. You see, front is finished, big portion gone. Sides, another 40 minutes, 30 minutes, gone, done. You see that? Nice look right there, okay? Ears poking out a bit. All the hair is nicely coiled up, fresh. Remember, I've showed you guys how to do it already. Section off a bit of hair. It doesn't matter where it is. It could be anywhere in your head. Listen, you're never gonna have the same hairstyle twice, okay? Listen, these are always gonna be in some random fucking place. They can be in the same area, so you can like, you know, align them to drop on your face perfectly, so they don't go around like that. See, you gotta fix that. Oops, sorry, whatever. There, you're done, okay? But now we have the back. And people might think, oh, this is so bad, dude. It's so bad, dude. I will show you it's not that big of a deal. At first, when I just started this, when I was younger, I was like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? No, it's good, it's good. Look. See the back right here, right? Just move the hair out of the way, you know? Move that out of the way a little bit. Remember, I said always start from the bottom, down here. So what you do here, you tilt your head this way, and then you will stick your hand under here, all right? And then from here, let me show you what to do, all right? You grab the section, and then you will pick off a bottom section, not too big. Unfortunately, you cannot go too big here. If you go too big, you cannot coil it properly, at least in my experience, okay? Especially, I'll show you why, all right? So you grab off a really good piece of hair, you know? Not too much, not too little. Very important here. So let's say like this. There's a knot. See that? There's a knot. I gotta, all right, like that. See that? That's fine, right? That's fine. So for here, let me show you what you do, all right? You grab your gel again, and then you come from the bottom and you place it in the front so you don't touch other hairs. And then you just, again, as per usual, you spread the gel throughout your hair, right? Like that, like that, like that. Boom, boom, easy. All right. And then from here, what you got to be careful with, definitely from here, from the bottom, you got to be careful with like bringing too much hairs from other places, like down here. You see, you got to be careful because you can't see.
And like I said, the hairline back there to where it's cut from a barber or something, it's a bit weird. It can't really like, the roots will not hold as easily. So let me show you what to do. All right, you can like just curl it like that outside, right? But it won't curl the inside enough. You see how it's flat and like loose? That's not good. What you can do is you grab your hand. Remember, your hands are important too. Your other hand is a shield. What you can do is you could grab the hair and check it out. You shield it. You shield it like that. So what you do is you just twirl it up, right? Twist it up. And then you gotta kind of go in a weird angle and really get in there. So look, twist it up a bit. You gotta get in there and twist that root nice and snug, so you can get a good enough hold, right? You gotta move all the hair out of the way. You see with my other hands, boom, like that. See, I'm already grabbing some hair from different parts of the body, bro. But just like that, you gotta go close in, personal, boom, perfect. Got it. Simple, just like that. Look at that. Now it's a long, nice coil, and that's gonna hold. That's it. That's it. And the same shit for this side. Same shit here. Same purpose. Move the hair out of the way. Go close and a bit more personal. A bit more close and personal for those bottom hairs. The rest are fine. The rest are easy. The rest going upwards are easy, all right? And then you'll be done. You'll be done. You'll be done. And you could look so good and sexy. And then, if you're a girl, you'll be looking good and hot. And if you're a dude, girls are gonna like you. Okay, let me stop. I don't know. You could be chopped. I don't know, but it's easy, right? Looks good in my opinion. That's all that matters. The only thing that matters is your opinion. Always remember that. Watch this. I'm almost done. So now we're doing the back. I have to turn off the fucking fan, all right? All right, but we're doing the rear section that's furthest from my right. So, ow. All right, so what happens is, you see, if you guys get tired from this, I don't know, but I don't get tired because, I work out, but you guys, this is the last one, guys, we're about to finish. So what you do here is pull it out with your assist hand, and with your twisting hand, you just lube it up, all right? You lube it up. You put your lube on it, all right? You grease it up, you lube it up, all right? Guys, it's so easy. Everyone could do it. A 5-year-old could do this, okay? Need a little bit more. If it's feeling a little dry, get some more, all right? Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. And it's that easy. Now, I like to grab my hand, put it through my back, and then boom. Last one. It's that simple. All right, twist it up. Twist it up. You see it's swinging around everywhere like a freaking banshee. That easy. And just like that, make sure the root is nice and snug so it doesn't unravel, and boom. You're done. Look at this, all right? All right? Nice and clean. We're done. That easy. Now you got some nice coils, bro. For a good about a week, in my experience, all right? Good for a week, and after that, you gotta do them again, but whatever. But that's it. That's it, man. That's it. That's it. That's really it. Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that so fun? Wasn't that so fun? All right. One more thing to tell you guys, all right? So, after you're done with the hair, see, when it dries up, when this hair dries up, it often has a tendency to be like it kind of is going everywhere, and it's like, just hanging around, looking a little weird. But it's okay. It's okay. Like when it dries up, it'll look like a whole freaking circus, right? That's why actually the best time when your hair looks good is after you put on a bonnet, right? You put on a bonnet that shapes the whole head, and you sleep on it for one night. So the best your hair's gonna look is actually the next day after you wake up in the morning, because it's gonna be all shapen and nice, and it's gonna poke out with the bottom. So that's pretty much it. Okay. Was there anything that I missed, or anything you recommend? Even though I'm probably not gonna change the way I do my hair, because that's my program, you know what I'm saying? But if you have any suggestions or ways you like to do it yourself, just comment down below. Comment if you like it. But hey, that's how you do it. You guys asked for this, so I wanted to deliver because some of you guys have hair like me, so you wanted to, okay. You like that though, right? See, I look pretty good, maybe. So I'll see you guys later, okay? Thank you guys for watching very much, okay? I'll be back on stream soon. You guys can come hang out with us, do whatever you want, chill, cars, fishing, exploring places as per usual. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. What's up, homies? You see, I just wanted to record this last bit just so I can show you my hair when it's dried. This is the first day that I actually got this done, okay? So the same day, see how my coils are all like, they look a little weird, right? They're like frizzy. They're just like spraying around everywhere. This is where your bonnet comes in, of course, because look, you gotta protect your hair, right? You need a bonnet. You see how it's like, bro, what is this? It's like, what the fuck is that? I'll show you, all right? So you just get the bonnet, all right? Very important piece. I like this one. I like this one from Walmart. You know why? Because it has this long cuff at the bottom. It isn't like a little tiny scrunchy part, but it's like a long part. You know why? Because this flat part protects your hair and actually shapes it. I'll show you, all right? I'll show you. So I'll just put that on. Watch. I put it on like this, all right? Just make sure it sits on your head like that. It's simple. That's all you do, all right? And you can see how the flat part is like nice and like it patches. It's like a little do-rag, you know what I'm saying? I don't like using do-rags. I just like this better, especially because overnight, if you put this low enough in your head, it could the bonnet doesn't come off during sleep. It'll like, your face will fall into the bonnet and not just like, you know, slip off. But you see why I use a bonnet? It cups my head and it flattens the hair down. You don't shove all this. I don't like shoving all this hair inside the bonnet up here, because guess what? In the morning, guess what's gonna happen to your hair? It's gonna go boing and spring up like a freaking like weird crackhead. Okay, exactly. So that's why I do this. So you put the bonnet on like this, at this angle, or like that, like a little cap, like a little beanie. Wear your bonnet like a beanie. All right, you don't gotta shove it all in there like you have curls. No, you don't want to do that, okay? So, like that. That's simple, right? Look at that. But that's a little advice for sleeping. And this will be good for like a week or so, like I said. So, you're sexy.